Making its debut in the arcades back in 1978, Skydiver is one of the oldest games that you can sample on this 13-game cartridge of old-school Atari titles. Now, much like Canyon Bomber on this cartridge, Skydiver is a very simple affair. You can either play against the computer or take on another skydiving human being, and the aim is to dive out of your plane and land on the same coloured target on the ground. There's a few interesting dynamics in play, such as timing when to dive out of the plane in quite a narrow window of time that they give you. You also have to contest against the wind blowing you in one direction or another, potentially away from your target on the ground. Also to contend with is when you're going to deploy the parachute. You can set it off early and take a safer, slower road to the target, or you can try and maximise the amount of points you'll score and rip the cord as late as possible. Pull the cord too late though, and well... yep, the ambulance will come to peel you off the ground and take you away. You only get a few lives to play with in each run, and you lose a life if you land not close enough to the target, or if you splat yourself down onto the floor. Depending on how well you do in the game, the word Skydiver itself will slowly spell out on the screen. If you can complete the word, then you're treated to double points. Like some of the other games on this cartridge, there isn't really bundles to say. What you see is basically what you get with these older arcade games. The gameplay does the job well enough, there's just enough going on to keep it entertaining and a slight challenge while you play. The main thing that prevents you from nailing it each time is the wind direction, which can be hard to gauge. The graphics also are acceptable for a game from this kind of era. There's an Atari 2600 version of this game available, but the arcade one has more of a refined style to it in my eyes. There's really not much in the way of sounds, but the ambulance sound effect is chuckle-worthy at least. As with most arcade games, and especially ones released so long ago, the main issue here is longevity. Playing this game alone, I can't imagine it keeping you entertained any longer than about 5 minutes ago. Playing against someone else, you will get a bit more fun out of it and you can spend a bit more time with it. It's quick and easy for someone to pick up and play, and it can be fun trying to pull the cord at the last possible moment to maximise your score against your opponent. One unavoidable shame about this title on the Evercade is that you obviously don't get to use the metal pull handle that was installed on the actual arcade machine. That looks like it would have made the game quite a bit more immersive. These old Atari games can be challenging to award a score to as gaming has moved on so far from where it was back here. Overall though, Skydiver is alright for what it is, and I'm going to go down the middle and give it a 5 out of 10 score. It's not going to keep you entertained for long, but it's enjoyable to have a quick blast on in multiplayer every now and again when you're checking out this cartridge. Were this to be a one-player game, I'd have gone lower, but the easy pick up and play multiplayer aspect of the game is what really saves it.